Holy shit, YouTube, it's me, your boy B3, back another kicking movie reaction review. Today's review is over one of my new all-time favorite movies. Wonder Woman from the DCEU. This film, holy shit, it was good. Starring Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Princess Diana of Themyscira, whatever you want to call her, and several others like Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. Great casting for both of them. Chris Pine, however, was my fan choice to play Hal Jordan, so I guess that's out the window now. I wanted him to be Hal Jordan, but Steve Trevor, you know, he did a great job at that. Yeah, this movie is fantastic. I want to say right now, I am going to give you two big spoilers for this film. I know there's a spoiler warning at the beginning, but it's May because I just talk. I don't, yeah. But, yeah, there's going to be two big spoilers in this review. So, the movie starts out with Diana growing up on Themyscira. Pretty cool. Origin story. Very awesome. Oh, just incredible. Steve Trevor crashes one day. And yeah, some Germanos follow him in, set in World War I, by the way. There's like a big battle, and Diana's like, I gotta return him, and I gotta fight Ares and shit. And she do. But yeah, along the way, she kind of falls in love with Steve Trevor, learns about man, and the movie's really about the nature of war and the consequence of war. And all that jazz. As much as a film can be, well, any film can be about that, no matter what the rating. But as much as it visually could be while staying PG-13, making this movie rated R would have been a bad call. 100% it would have been a bad call. But it was incredible. Just an incredible, wonderful movie. So, yeah, and Diana's like, well, we gotta kill Ares, She's standing up to sexism, because, you know, it's World War I. It's the past, and well, the present's still sexist, but, like, not as much as World War I. So that's Gucci. It's Gucci. But, yeah, and so Steve Trevor and the Blackhawks, I believe, and even though they don't actually say Blackhawks, I think, but I'm pretty positive it's the Blackhawks. One of the names seemed familiar. They, Steve Trevor, Blackhawks, and Diana all go to fight this German dude who doesn't want peace to happen, even though they're about to sign for peace. So he's like gonna drop these crazy chemical weapons. The gas mask won't filter out, and all this junk. So they're fighting, they're kicking ass, and I cried. I cried for half this movie. When Diana crawled out of the trench in No Man's Land, I started getting teary there, and as it went on, I just cried. I fucking cried in this film. Not for the reasons you might think. Less tough reasons. But yeah, I don't mean like got teary-eyed, because I got teary-eyed watching like Power Rangers. Right? The new Power Rangers movie. I got teary-eyed watching that. But I'm talking like full-on tears rolling down my motherfucking cheek, dropping off my chin from that point, basically, till the end credits, kind of on and off. I'm telling you, I let it flow down my cheek. Because, my grandfather, right, he's the one that got me into collecting action figures. He's the one that got me in the comic books. He was a big film buff, got me in the movies. His favorite movies were war films and superhero films. This movie is both. He wanted to see it so badly. And he didn't even know the Blackhawks were in it. When he was young, Blackhawk was his favorite book. It was his favorite funny book, he would say. His favorite comic. And he passed away before this movie came out. And it's everything he wanted it to be and more. And I really, honest to God, wish he could have seen it, because I think he would have loved it. And it just reminded me of him a lot. So yeah, he was he pretty much molded my entire life. This YouTube channel wouldn't exist without him. So, yeah, props to you, Gramps. Boop. In heaven, if it exists. Probably not, but okay. But, I mean, it was beautiful. Lots of slow motion. Normally, if there's lots of slow motion in a film, I roll my eyes. And there were a couple slow motion shots where I was like, eh. But most of the time, they actually serve a really good purpose. I mean, Zack Snyder still made a lot of creative decisions on this movie. I don't like him. As a filmmaker. Actually, or even really as a person. Don't take that the wrong way. Because, like, recently you haven't been able to say anything negative about Zack Snyder because of his daughter, which is absolutely tragic. And I hate that that happened. I hate that she couldn't get help. And I hate that his family has to go through that. No one should have to lose a child, especially like that. But, I mean, that doesn't mean I have to like his movies. But somehow this movie still ended up great, even with him working on it. Really good director, I think, on this film. And the slow-mo in this movie really highlighted what Wonder Woman's all about. Because it seems like lots of people in our society, especially at the time Wonder Woman was created, think that you can't really be feminine and tough at the same time. And putting her in slow-mo really showed that she could. She could do that. And it was wonderful. And she was just very idealistic for most of the movie, too. Really, the whole film, actually. And it was just absolutely wonderful. Effects were great. The action choreography was perfect. Definitely real Wonder Woman action. That's one thing the DCEU has going for it. The figure... No, that's the things I was looking at this. The heroes in these movies really move and fight like they do in the comics. So, you know, they're definitely paying attention choreography-wise. Or at least the way I visualize them moving when I read comics. So that's cool. That's Gucci. But, I mean, it was just wonderful. Oh, shit, I fucking love this movie. God, I have a headache from crying during this movie so much. God, wonderful. There's no after-credits scene, which I expected. I didn't think there'd be one, but I sit and read through the credits of every movie I watch. I've been doing that since before after-credit scenes were a fad, so... Yeah, I wasn't expecting one anyways. Because the whole movie's a flashback, so... Yeah, it's whatever. It's just her origin story. Basically. Not basically, that is exactly what it is. And it's wonderful. Okay, so Ares... First big spoiler... is not what you think, right? Like, lots of this movie is about the nature of us as people, which is good. And Wonder Woman thinks that this German general dude is Ares. And as an audience, like, I don't think most people were fooled into thinking he was Ares, because he had to, like, take a drug to get super strength and stuff. I think people just thought he was being influenced by Ares, which he was. But I was caught off guard by the twist. And I'm normally not caught off guard by twists, especially in superhero movies, because I am an avid comic reader. Ares was actually a British dude who was calling for peace the whole movie. Really, I did not see that coming, and it worked out really well. Ares was pretty awesome, actually. Not as one-dimensional as you think he would be, but also not like super duper fleshed out. Like, he was about as much as he needed to be. The film was about people, so Ares didn't need to take up too much of it because it would distract from that. War, period, was the villain in this film. Not who's on either side. You get what I'm saying? War is the villain. And Ares is the physical embodiment of war. You get what I'm saying. It's they took Ares and did it perfect. There were lots of stuff I'd seen from other Wonder Woman origin stories, like there's a one point where Wonder Woman tries ice cream for the first time, tells the vendor he should be very proud of that achievement, and she does that in Justice League. I don't remember if she did it in the Justice League comic or the Wonder Woman comic, honestly, but she did do it in the Justice League War movie. But I feel like she did do it in the Justice League comic, because I read that comic and I didn't read a lot of New 52 Wonder Woman. Rebirth Wonder Woman though. Whew. But yeah, fantastic. So that twist got me, son. And so I have the Ares Collect and Connect figure from Mattel. You buy all the Wonder Woman figures, you get to build Ares. That Ares figure doesn't look anything like the Ares in the movie. It's a big red herring figure. Which is fine. Which is totally fine. Because it actually looks really cool and awesome, and I love it. But that's not what Ares is like in the film at all. I was waiting for Ares to transform into that form the whole movie, and I was like, he's not turning into this. Because they made Ares a figure like he just looks in the film, he would just be a standard-sized figure. And they wanted to have a Collect and Connect. I think having a Collect and Connect of the stand the God Killer sword was in on Paradise Island would have been really cool. But, yeah, whatever. I'd rather have this big concept figure Ares. I don't know why I'm talking about action figures so much in this video, but I'm trying to cover all the Wonder Woman stuff I can. The next big thing that happened was Steve Trevor's death, which I've predicted for a long, long time now. I was like, this movie's set decades in the past, right? It's not like they got married and he grew old and she just sat by him all immortal-like. Like, Steve Trevor's gonna die. He's gonna get killed by Ares, or he's gonna sacrifice himself. And it was the latter. He did, in fact, sacrifice himself. Very nobly, very good emotional scene. Like, holy shit. This movie was perfect. I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect film, but if they had a contest to see which movie came closest, this one would be in the fucking running. With Casablanca and goddamn Citizen Kane. Was this film best superhero movie? Like, maybe. I think it might be best superhero movie. Better than The Dark Knight. Like, it was insanely good. But yeah, I don't normally let these movie reaction reviews go too long, because they're just supposed to be a quick reaction to a movie, while also telling you if I thought it was a good film or not. But, I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. Holy shit, dude. I was actually supposed to see it with 4 people. I invited a lady to see it, and then 3 of my dude friends invited themselves to see it with us, which was fine. It wasn't a date or anything, so it was fine. So we were all going to see it. Her car broke down. 2 of my dude friends were too late. So they just hung out at one of my other friends' houses. And then one of them, like, hit a detour and couldn't get through the detour. Because he's from a small town and he couldn't, like, he had to go through that one spot to get to the theater. So yeah, no one showed up. I saw it by myself. And then I got Cold Stone Creamery afterwards, shortly before it closed. And I just kind of sat on the bench in the dark and chilled. Bought a lot of action figures today, too. But you don't care. I bought 9 figures. Check out the reviews. But yeah, yeah, it's a good thing I saw it alone, though, because I cried for half the goddamn thing. I was just crying like a fucking baby. I miss my grandpa. But yeah, that's it. Thank you. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. See Wonder Woman in theaters if you can. My internet's not working right now, so I can't upload this as soon as I saw it. I saw it the night it came out, so yeah. I actually got a free ticket from Toys R Us, which is pretty cool, because I bought a bunch of Wonder Woman figures. But, see it. See it on the big screen. You won't regret it. You'll regret it if you don't. It's fantastic. I'm going to get the Blu-ray for sure. And not a single scene was cut, because it didn't need a scene cut, because it was perfect in every way. Loved it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all later.